Let's get it. Let's get it. So as y'all know, Orlando Magic went into Philly last night and played Philly. The title. All right.
Like
So
a Harry Potter spell.
Hey, I knew you was gonna get it, man. I was like, somebody they gonna get it.
Magic. Yes, sir.
all right. So Javon, y'all gave, matter of fact, we had J-Mo first. J-Mo, y'all lost to Magic. Y'all listen, I saw the power rankings yesterday, and y'all came out as a number one on power ranking. Y'all number one team in the NBA according to the NBA. And Magic came in there as the 12 seeds, higher than the Lakers. I don't think the Lakers much. They would not give enough attention. All right, that's it. I ain't gonna nothing but the Lakers.
They get enough
All
for
right, all right. So,
That's true.
Magic 12 seed comes in Philly, gets a dub. Javon, J-Mo, talk to us.
Um, the Magic flat out, like second half, they just stole the game. Like they flat out outplayed us second half. I feel like we took a big lead in the beginning, and we took our foot off the gas. Like it's no excuse. You know what I'm saying? We took our foot off the gas. They had way more energy than us on both ends of the floor. Like the way they was running their sets, we were just lollygagging. Like Embiid got us. Embiid and Dog and Jokic, he got us. We good. You're harder than B, harder than B, harder than B. And the Magic were triple teaming. Embiid caught the ball, they're sending three people, and they're steady trying to run plays to ISO Embiid. Like he's seeing three people. Then you got Maxey sitting back door, Niang setting backdoor screens for somebody that's not even catching the ball. And then next thing you know, it's 4 seconds left on the shot clock. So Embiid got to shoot a hezzy fadeaway or Harden got to shoot a step back. It's too many possessions like that. And you know, I give Doc Rivers a hard time because, it's expected for him to do a solid job with this team. And that's not what I'm looking for. All right. I'm looking for, like, we should be number one seed, if you ask me. If not number two. Because I don't want to hear about injuries and how our players been out, because Middleton ain't been playing all year, for real. And the Bucks are number two. So we shouldn't fall lower than three the rest of this year. So that's where I'm looking at it as. I'm not trying to coast into the playoffs. We should be dominating right now. Embiid, this is his prime years. Harden got something to prove. Maxey, we should be dominating right now. So that game is a disappointment, but give Magic all the credit in the world, bro. They outplayed us on both, like I said, on both ends. Markel Fultz had tons of energy, pressuring the ball. So when they cross half court, he's right there. And I like the Magic team, man. They still young, not young as in age, but young as in how long they've been together. So, like they don't have their identity yet. You know what I'm saying? So once they get their identity, I think they know who team it is now, though. I think it's like etched in stone whose team that is. It's Paolo's team. And once they find a role and their identity, you can tell they don't have identity by the number of minutes that people play each game. It varies. So they don't really know who they are yet. And once they figure out who they don't be surprised if they creep into the playoffs, man. Like the Magic got a team. With that being said, just don't run into Philly first round. Go ahead.
hey, y'all do what y'all did yesterday. I ain't scared. But I just want to start with y'all first, and I agree. Y'all offense very stagnant, very stagnant. When we started the game on, we couldn't hit nothing, and we was hacking. I remember I texted you. It was like 2-9 or something like that. It was bad in the beginning. Our defense was lackadaisical. That's why we was fouling. Guys were scared of Embiid. It seemed like Wagner literally moved out the way for this guy when he was getting post up one play. Missing Wildman layups. It seemed like we were scared in the beginning. Embiid, I'm not gonna lie. Every single shot that he contested, we missed badly. Every layup. I watched the interview of Apollo after the game. He said, Coach Mose, like, they ain't watch no film, they ain't go over no plays, they ain't go over no game plan. At halftime, he just said, man, y'all gotta play better. Y'all gotta step up on defense, step your energy up, play more together. Y'all got this team. We played at a high level before. We beat the Celtics 3 times, beat the Warriors, we beat the Dallas Mavericks. Like, we beat good teams. We beat the Hawks when they was fully healthy. We beat the Cavaliers too, I believe. So we beating good teams. And Paulo showed out yesterday. Third quarter, it was his quarter. I mean, he finished the second quarter strong. Don't get me wrong. I think he had like 7 points maybe in the second quarter because he had 6 in the first, ended with 13 at halftime. But that third quarter, man, he exploded, man. I felt like he's learning still that he's that guy, and I feel like the coaching isn't helping him. The coach, he's on the perimeter too much. They need to move him in and out a little bit more. However, he was feeling himself yesterday. I mean, in the beginning, he was kind of throwing me off from the shots he was taking because PJ Tucker played great defense. He get up in you, and he's not trying to score, so all his energy going to that. But it seemed like Paulo figured something out because he just started cooking, like pulling up jumpers, going to the basket, finishing. And I want to say the biggest key for us winning is we got on the break on y'all. We forced some stops. Like you said, we doubled down on Embiid, forced him to have some turnovers. I think he had like 6 turnovers. Double down on Embiid, get the ball on the break, and we run. That's where we at our best. Y'all are a lot slow pace. Y'all go through Embiid, Harden, things like that. And like you said, that slowed y'all down, and it played into our hands. Third quarter, we outscored y'all 42-28. But the fourth quarter is really where we wanted at. We only allowed 19 points that quarter. That's 2 more points that we scored in the first quarter. And our first quarter was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So we hung our hats on the defensive end, and we finally started to hit shots. Mo Wagner came off the bench, your boy Tomo, and he gave us a good boost after his first 2 minutes was terrible.
Just like a wizard.
Game up. So I like what I'm hearing from my team. I like what I'm seeing from my players. The coaching can be a little bit better, but I got to remember he's still young as well. Second year as a coach with a young team, so I have to be more patient. However, I'm still in win mode now for the playoffs, so let's go Magic. We in there.
And another thing about y'all team, Javon, y'all got big bodies, but they're guards.
Yeah.
Like Franz Wagner is a guard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like he has perimeter skills. Paolo has perimeter skills. Bo has perimeter skills. Shoot, Jonathan Isaac now has perimeter skills. Even Fultz, he got like a 7-foot wingspan. Like, y'all not a small team. So y'all kind of bully teams. Y'all the first team I've seen bully people with skill. You know what I mean? I don't see that a lot. Y'all bully people with skill. So that's good.
Mismatch.
So I just want to read this quote right quick because you said this about your coach because he's still young, right? He's like, they're learning from experiences. They're finding ways to bounce back and believe in each other and understand it's got to start on the defensive side of the ball. So I believe that's one of the things he probably said at halftime because
he preached that every game.
Yeah, because that first quarter, I was definitely over here saying,
"Yeah, done, son."
But that second quarter, man, y'all bounced back, man. I was like, man, this is insane. Then I think at some point in the third quarter, y'all went on like a 30-13 run.
Yes.
Yeah, we turned out.
Yeah, I was watching some of the highlights because I cut the game off. Like I said, I thought the 76ers had this in the bag. I looked and came back and was like, man, nah, he's flat out rookie of the year. And that interview that we did, man, that show that we did when you saw about Paolo and all the respect that he earned. It was like you said, it was one moment. I don't know if it was in that second or like going into the beginning of the third where it just turned on and it felt like the game slowed down for him. And he was just like, all right, I can take a shot here. I can back him down. 3 here. And that's what you need. And for him to be a rookie and had that moment this early, yeah, that's a scary team. But y'all don't want to see us in the playoffs neither.
Dang.
Go ahead, y'all.
But okay,
he barely believe in his team.
You're right. You're right. But if we're playing y'all, I got some faith.
I ain't gonna say much. I do want to ask a question, but I do think Paolo got comfortable because he got a lot of easy, fast break buckets in that second quarter and early third quarter, and he's going to the cup. But I do want to ask a question. So, Javon, what do you think y'all ceiling is this year?
As far as like
the top of the dome. So like
standing wise.
Yeah, well, this period, like, is it going to end in the standings or first round, second round? What do you think, y'all? I know it all depends on matchup. I'm going to propose a better question for you. Which teams you think that, okay, we can't beat these teams? And probably can't beat these teams in 7-game series. But everybody else we got. So who are those teams that you think y'all won't be able to compete with. Not compete with, beating the Summer Game Series. I know the top of the dome.
It's not really. To be honest, I don't see nobody that I don't think we can beat.
Mhm.
I feel like we still are tapping into how great we can be. Like I said, Paulo's not even being used that good. Come on, Dave. Like, I couldn't even finish. He talking about Miami. They don't even be in his team. But I really don't think it's no team. I think if anything, we'll beat ourselves rather than somebody beating us. You know, because we still learning how to consistently be a good team with little things like taking bad shots. Like, Fox got a bucket and then he got a steal and then try to pull up. As soon as he got the ball, I'm like, bruh, hold the ball, no possession, get a bucket. Like, we do stuff like that and it kills us. So I can see us beating ourselves before anybody. I can just say we can't beat somebody. Because I think we can beat anybody. We can match up with anybody.
Mm-hmm. Hey, real quick, shout out to Bibby, man. I thought Bibby was my little cousin Craig for a second. All right, they look alike in the picture. You know?
Go ahead.
I'm more like shout out to Craig. Well, all the time, all right. So shout out to Bibby in the chat. All right. All right.
No emojis, that's him.
I know, right? When I saw some emoji, I'm like, hold up. These niggas take a look at this real quick. All right, hey, J-Mo,
let me just say this. I just want to say, shout out Embiid, front runner MVP. You know what I'm saying? In the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year, should be an all-star starter.
Definitely.
You know, it's terrible timing, man. Shame on the Super Bowl and the NFL playoffs because my man got no coverage for dogging MVP. He straight up dogged Jokic.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
He dogged him. It's like no other way to put it, bro. He straight up dogged him. He took the matchup personally. Then after the game, he said, "Oh no, it's just another game." I'm like, bro, you took the matchup personally. Say that. Say it in the interview. Say every time I play Jokic, I want to dog him. You know what I'm saying? Because you should have got the first MVP. You were hurt. The second MVP you could have got. I'm not really mad at with the Jokic, but I still had to fight for you. This year, you coming to take it. So, Embiid, I need you to let that be known. I don't care about nobody saying you need to worry about championships, you need to worry about this. Everybody want to win the MVP. So, Embiid, go get it. Second of all, I want to shout out to Doc Rivers because the second half of that game, he made a huge adjustment. He put PJ Tucker on Jokic, and because Jokic catch the ball too low. You know what I mean? Jokic catch the ball at the elbow. That allows him to do those handoffs with Murray and Gordon to go to the basket. PJ Tucker pushed him outside the paint, and once PJ Tucker guarded him, it allowed Embiid to still be able to defend the rim, and he wouldn't have to be out there checking Jokic. So I want to give a shout out to Doc Rivers on that. That was a major adjustment. And although Embiid dropped all the buckets, we probably don't win that if he didn't make that adjustment.
Go ahead, Tomo.
I was just gonna say, also he balling like that anytime he play Jokic because he's seen that clip that Joe did last year about when Joker should be MVP. I'm telling you, to this day, I still play that for people. I'm like, y'all don't believe Joker should be MVP? Listen to this.
Oh yeah, Joe had the facts on that one.
Man, he was out
Tom Cruise should get men.
You know, and B had to do that because last year he lost to Jokic. And Jokic, I think, got the game-winning assist or something, or a bucket.
He had like a nice bucket in the fourth quarter.
And they held that against him, you know. So they can't hold that against him now because he did, you know. Y'all was losing too. And he turned up. So.
And it was a fluke doing the shot.
What you talking about, Jokic one?
Yeah.
That game made me mad because nobody dominated nobody, but the next one, so Jokic got all that love, and I was
He did, and I definitely gave him love for that. I'll add that to the MVP pile. All right. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.